We'll give everyone a few minutes to log in. I might adjust the light just a little bit. He won't stop sniffing. It's so funny. There we go. Hi, Steve. I think Phineas might take over. Hi, Mama. And Michael, if you're there too. Hi, baby. Come here, you. Say hello. Say hi, everybody. Nice, the cutest kitten. Hi, Aunt Patty. You're so bad. I told you. He's taken over my life. Hi, kitten. Now that you've messed up my tablecloth. He's so rotten. Oh, what a week. And it's only Tuesday. We are officially back on campus as of last week. Hi, Joe. Hi, Heather. How's the new job? And I thought last week was a lot. Last Tuesday, I said the same thing. I'm like, wow, what a week. And my work husband's like, it's Tuesday. Damn it. Manifesting. All right. I kind of touched on this in a live before, but I thought I would go a little bit deeper this time. Hi, honey. It's going to be fairly short unless you guys have questions. It's pretty straightforward and there are a lot of resources out there. So if you don't catch this live, if you're watching the replay, awesome. I'm so happy for you, Heather. So if you're not watching this live, if you're catching the replay, there are plenty of resources. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Probably the easiest way, through the page is okay. There tends to be a little bit of a delay. Like I don't always see that somebody's messaged me. It's weird. So email me at my Gmail, Willow Tree Heals, H-E-L-S, willowtreeheals@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to help. So manifesting, how does that work? We hear that word a lot. Like, oh, if you want to manifest abundance or if you want to manifest a job, whatever it is. What we're doing is we're basically taking our visualization, our third eye, and we're putting it out to the universe like we would order at a restaurant. With so your waiter comes to the table and he says, what would you like to drink? And you're, hi, thanks, welcome. If you say, gosh, I really don't know. I mean, I kind of like a pina colada, but then again, maybe I should just have water or maybe like a Diet Coke. You know, if you're indecisive and your waiter's just standing there like, what do you want? That's the universe. The universe is like, I'm just waiting. And if you don't tell me what you want, I'm just going to bring you something and we'll see how it goes. So when we tell the universe our order, we don't check on it constantly. We're not like watching, is it going to be a clean glass? Is he going to bring me the right thing? Is he going to take it to another table? We don't worry about it. We just trust that the waiter is going to bring us our water or coffee. Because, Steve, cheers. Because it's been a hell of a week and it's only Tuesday. Yay, I really miss working from home. That was fun and safe. And I was not as tired. Anyway. So we're waiting for the universe to bring us our order. And it's easy to get impatient. It's easy to think, you know, gosh, it's been 10 minutes. How long does it take to get a stinking glass of water? Then we might start looking and start thinking, what's going on? But we don't necessarily march back to the kitchen and say, where's my water? So you gotta trust, you gotta let go, you gotta let the universe work its magic, right? So it all starts with a visualization. And you think, let's just use a car. And it starts with, what kind of car do you like? And it can be anywhere from, I want an Aston Martin, to like my dream car is the one from the movie Cruel Intentions. It's like a 1956 Jaguar Roadster. That's a yummy car. That's my dream car. But you know, whatever it is, a Tesla, something. Or it could be something very practical, like a Subaru Outback. So whatever it is, you see this car. Maybe you physically see it. You're out in traffic. I did that with my Edge. For a couple of years before I bought I manifested my car. Before I bought it, I knew that that's what I wanted. I knew that I wanted a Ford Edge because I just thought they were cute. And it's a mom car because, surprise, if you didn't know, I'm a mom. I only have one, and it's not like I tote soccer equipment or anything, but it's nice because it's roomy. We took it on vacation with us a few years ago when we went to the beach, held all of our luggage. It just works. When we go grocery shopping, we never have to worry if we have enough room in the trunk. It's there. And I can lay seats down like when I bought my desk, we could lay the seat down and Michael and I put it in the back and it fit perfectly. So, you can physically see on the road, ooh, I like that car. Ooh, I like that car. What color do you want? I wanted blue. Blue's my favorite color. But be open to other possibilities. Just because you're saying, I want the blue Ford Edge, a red one might present itself and have all the bells and whistles. Don't reject it just because it doesn't look like exactly what you wanted. It's going to be pretty close because this way, this might be the one that's right for you. Hopefully that makes sense. So we have a visualization of what we want. And then you can go and you can find an affirmation or a mantra that works for you that you can do every day with your visualization. Mike Dooley, Dooley, Mike Dooley. He is a Hay House author, but he has his own stuff, his own Instagram, YouTube channel. You know, he's out there on social media, so you can just find him. Amazon, his books are out there. And he talks about every day for 5 minutes, no more, no less. He blocks out time first thing. He goes and he sits in his favorite chair. He gets all comfortable and he closes his eyes and he just visualizes what it is he wants, whatever it is he's manifesting. And then you can find a mantra that works for you. You can create a mantra that works for you, or just a simple affirmation that maybe your mantra is, and I'm going to get it wrong because it's Sanskrit, but the translation is, I surrender to the divine. I surrender to the divine. So you can do that and just say, you know, whatever it is, I surrender that for the highest and greatest good. I trust that the universe is going to bring me what I'm ordering. Pretty simple, right? It really is. Don't overcomplicate this process because if you make it too convoluted, fear and confusion blocks the universe. The universe speaks the language of vibration. It doesn't speak a physical language. It just feels the vibration. So if you're blocking yourself in any way, and we'll talk about blocks here in a minute, but if you're blocking in any way, you're not going to get what you want. It's going to create those obstacles that the universe is like, do you want the water? Do you want the Diet Coke? Do you want the coffee? What do you want? Just tell me. So find an affirmation or a mantra that fits for you, that feels right in your heart, in your solar plexus, whatever it is. If it feels right for you, use it. Just ask, believe, receive. Ask the universe for what you want. Believe that it's already in your power to manifest it, that you deserve it, that you're capable and worthy and deserving, and you can have this because it's going to make you happy. Of course you deserve it. And then just open your arms to receive. When our arms are open to give, they are open to receive. So just let it go to the universe and then bring it back and stay in gratitude. That is the secret ingredient to manifesting: gratitude. Always give thanks. Even if it's something that, like, there was this house that Brandy and I loved. And we're not exactly in a position to just go out and buy a house right now, but we loved it. And I'm like, man, you know, if that would be the right house for us, bring it on. And of course, like all real estate in our area, it went really fast. So it just apparently, even though it's like, oh man, that sucks because I love that house. It would be great for us. It was great property. It would have been manageable mortgage. It's pretty much what we pay in rent. And then all of a sudden it's like, dang it. Why can't I manifest that? There's a reason, I'm sure. I haven't really felt into it because I've been so like, mom about the house selling. And I know it's kind of silly, like, oh, it's just a house, right? We have a comfortable home. We're just tired of renting. There are benefits to renting, but you know, we'd really like to buy a house and have it ours, where we can, you know, there's stuff that needs done around here and our landlord's really great, but there's stuff like the bathroom floor for 2 years. They were supposed to come back when they remodeled the shower. They were supposed to finish the floor and they never did. And it's starting to like peel up and get mildewy underneath. And granted, that's not going to be our problem. If the furnace goes out, that's not our problem. Whereas if we had a home, it would be our responsibility, but it also is out of our hands. We can't do anything. There are outlets we'd like to put outside for Christmas decorations. We can't do that. We can't drill into the house. It would be really nice. My lovely wife has planted a little garden, and it would be nice to have an outside silcock to be able to like spray it down. We can't do that. We can't really even, we're not supposed to paint either. So it's like, oh, geez. And it's just not big enough for us anymore. It's just not working. So we'd really like to manifest this house. Somewhere in me, in my chakras, I'm sure that I'm blocking that. And when we go within and we find out that there's some kind of resistance, there's some kind of fear, there's some kind of feeling of unworthiness, there's something going on, even if it's subconscious or superconscious, then we'll find out, well, shit, there it is. That's what's blocking us. And then we can go in and we can scoop, release, we can fix it, we can find a mantra or an affirmation, do some work, and get rid of that block. So in general, how does this whole manifesting thing work? I'm going to break it down as simply as I can. It's already pretty simple, but there's a lot of information out there. So I'm going to give you some Cliff Notes versions. So first of all, before I get into the steps, I have to kind of build a little bit more of a foundation. Each thought we have is energy, and it's flow. And if we're blocking our energy, we're blocking the flow. So if we go back to the waiter example and we're like, well, I don't know, I kind of, and we're talking into our hands or into the napkin, or we're looking in a different direction and we're not paying attention, and the waiter's like, what? I mean, we already probably have a mask on because, well, COVID, but there's noise in the channel. Communication major over here. There's noise in the channel, and we can't properly convey and clearly convey our order. So we're blocking the flow. We're blocking the energy. And like attracts like. It's the law of attraction. So Esther and Jerry Hicks write through the consciousness called Abraham. And that can be, it's a little heady even for me. I've kind of been trying to work with it off and on for about 3 or 4 years, and I'm still not completely through every single thing they've ever written. It's really, really up there. But basically, it's kind of like birds of a feather flock together. So like attracts like. If we're putting out an energy to the universe that we're not worthy, the universe is going to mirror that back to us. No, you're not worthy. You don't get to have that house. You don't think that you can deserve that house, that you deserve that house. Maybe you feel like you can't afford that house. Therefore, you're blocking, and that's what the universe is going to mirror back. Also, A Course in Miracles, so you can find that on Amazon, but A Course in Miracles teaches that on some level, what we've asked for is what everything that has happened in our lives. So every experience that we've had up until this point in our lives, on some level, we've asked for it. And I know there are terrible things. I didn't ask to be abused. I didn't ask to be raped. I didn't ask to be robbed. I didn't ask to be beat in a domestic violence situation. I didn't ask for COVID to completely ruin my livelihood. That's not what I'm talking about. Actually, on some level, your soul did ask for those things. Bear with me. Hold on. Hold on. Stay with me on this one. Somewhere along the line, your soul said, there's a lesson I would like to learn. And the universe is like, okay, we're going to present that at some point in your life so that you can overcome it. I didn't ask for my ex-husband to cheat on me, but he did. And therefore, that taught me a lesson on some level. And what it taught me was that I'm resilient. I don't need a man to take care of me. Or you get anybody who knows me today would not have known me 15 years ago. I was a shy little girl, and somewhere deep down, this was me. This was my authentic self. But I married somebody who was going to foreseeably take care of me. I didn't need that. I took care of myself. Thank you very much. Yes, I have love and support of wonderful friends and family. That's different. But I was a single mom for a lot of years. And that taught me resiliency. That taught me who I am. I dug deep and I found within myself that resiliency. So somewhere along the line, I did ask for that experience. And the universe is like, here you go. So, there really is a lesson in everything that we encounter in our lifetimes. Radley Valentine, everyone knows how much I love Radley. He's such a little fairy, and whenever he laughs, it's just requisite that you laugh as well. He's so cute. I love it. It's contagious. He writes in Be Your Own Genie that you have the power to create your life that is magic. He says, his tagline is life is magic. He says it at the end of all of his videos and in his blog, Life is Magic. So that's a great book, and I actually own it. I meant to grab it so that everybody could see it. And I do have the Law of Attraction book by Esther and Jerry Hicks too, so maybe I'll go grab that here in a second. And then, like I said earlier, Mike Dooley, he's got this no-nonsense approach where Esther and Jerry with Abraham are like, woo, really, really up in the ethers. A Course in Miracles is really, it's kind of muddy in a way. It takes a little bit to get through. Radley is just like a little fairy, and it's very soft and very gentle and a bit more down to earth. And then Mike Dooley is like, let's cut the crap and here we go. I mean, he's got great energy, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't recommend anybody who didn't, but if you're someone who's a little more analytical, he's probably your guy. So there's some resources for you. But in general, our intentions create our reality, and our thoughts are our energy that creates that reality as well. So here are the steps. There's 8 that I kind of researched around a little bit and came up with these. So first step, get clear on what you want. What is it that you want? And set your intentions. Hi, Kristen. So think about what it is that you want. Car, house, new job, love, stable relationship, a child, whatever it is. Get clear and focus. Sit in your favorite chair, in a bubble bath, in your car on your lunch break, whatever it is. And close your eyes and physically place yourself. Okay, maybe not physically, but you know what I mean. Place yourself within the visualization. If it's a new car, put yourself behind the steering wheel. What do you see? Do you see the button for a sunroof? For heated seats and mirrors? Is it a radio? Is it, like a touch screen? I'm going to warn you about touch screens. Mine's gone out a couple of times. The only thing that I didn't manifest, that I wasn't, well, I did try to manifest the moonroof part, but that's the one thing, that and heated seats, okay, two things that I didn't get in my, hi Carrie, that I didn't get in my car manifesting, but the rest of it I got. So like I said, if you're trying for a blue car and you get a red car, trust that the red car has the bells and whistles, you know, that kind of thing. Some things are negotiable, right? So put yourself behind the wheel of that car, or put yourself in that house. Even if it's not a house that you saw on realtor.com, it's just your dream house. What is it? What does your kitchen look like? See yourself cooking in that kitchen. Your job. What kind of coworkers do you have? What does your office look like? What does the building look like? So really get clear, set your intentions. Don't be afraid to dream big. Put yourself in that house. It's like, okay, well, we can't afford a $350,000 house. Limiting belief. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Leave it up to the universe to deliver. So visualize what it is you want. In one of my previous lives, I talked about knowing if it's heart-centered. So put your hands over your heart when you're doing this. Put your hands over your heart. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Think of something that just spontaneously makes you smile. For me, it's my son. He is my entire world. So just fill up your heart with whatever that is. Your child, your pet, the beach, whatever it is. Put your hands on your heart and just breathe into that. And then start visualizing. Does your smile stay on your face? Good job. If it doesn't, figure out where your block is. Figure out maybe that's what you think you want because of programming from our childhood. You have to have the house, the car, the family, the kids, the dog, the cat, the little white picket fence. If that's not your jam, don't do that. Be authentic. Be within yourself. And see yourself in that kitchen. See yourself behind the wheel of that car, in that office space, holding that baby, whatever it is for you. And really feel, in your solar plexus too. You can go through all of your chakras and see if there's any blockage. That's a little more advanced. So since I'm speaking to the masses, I'm trying to keep it kind of lower level, but if you're comfortable with that, do it. Go through all of your chakras and see if there's any blockage whatsoever. And then feel what it would feel like once that's your reality. How would that feel? So then, step 3, ask the universe in prayer, meditation, whatever it is. Not pleading. Pleading's like, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. That's lack mentality. And the universe is like, ooh, that's what you want? Okay. Because remember, that's the language it speaks. Not English, not Mandarin, not Russian, not Italian. Vibration. Speaks vibration. So put in your order. This is what I would like. I would like a cup of coffee. Cool. Universe goes to work. So now we work towards the goal. So we're showing the universe that we're serious, that we're ready for this, that this is what we want, that we're 100% sure this is what we want. You can create a vision board. So you can take a piece of poster board or construction paper, notebook paper, printer paper, whatever it is you've got around you. You can do it electronically if you're somebody who's artsy. I'm artsy, but I'm not artistic. I know it looks good. There's a disconnect between my brain and my hand. I can't make it work. But if you digitally, cool, do it. And, put stuff on there. If it's a house, put the type of house you like. Put plants out front that you love. Design the inside of the room. What kind of couch would you like? Would you like a big screen TV? What does your kitchen look like? Go shopping online or in magazines or however it is that you're drawing, and draw it out. This is my dream kitchen. This is the sofa that I would want. Here's my meditation and Reiki room. Here's my home office. Here's the bedroom. Here's what the bathroom. Just as much detail as you can. Get it on paper or on your screen. Just like athletes train and teachers study. Yes, teachers still study. But athletes train and they lift their muscles and they keep improving and keep improving, keep improving. Just because they hit the Olympics doesn't mean that they stop training. They actually train harder. So that's what we're doing. We're training our subconscious and our superconscious to talk to the universe and say, this is what I want. So keep showing up for your soul and keep telling the universe. You don't have to keep saying, I want a house, I want a house, I want a house, I want a house. It's like, okay, calm down. We know, we're working on it. There's some stuff that needs to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. I mean, it could, but generally speaking, it's not. We have those, the thoughts before we really even consciously know that that's what we want. So this is once we become conscious of what we want. 5, trust the process. Put in your order and let it go. Yes, you still want to do the work. Yes, you still want to show up for your soul. You still say, I'm ready for this. But you also say, I'm open to receive. It's kind of like, now the waiter comes back and you say, I want grilled chicken with a side of broccoli and a side salad. And you're not going to go back to the kitchen and tell the chef, I want a teaspoon of salt and a sprinkle of thyme and maybe some rosemary in there too. And make sure that the temperatures are, you trust that the chef knows what the heck he's doing, right? So put in your order, let them decide what seasoning goes where. And also you can let the universe distract you just a little bit. Kind of just go about your day, go about your business, keep working your job, keep cleaning your house. You know, you're not going to stop taking care of things just because you want this new home. You're not going to stop caring for your current home, right? You're still going to dust, vacuum. Actually, that's exactly what you should do. Because then, again, you're speaking the language of the divine. You're putting it out there, the vibration that I take care of this home. Therefore, I'm going to take care of that home too. I get my oil changes, my wheel alignments, the transmission stuff done. Yeah, I don't know anything about cars. I just take it and say, here, do this. Or my lovely wife. She's just shaking her head like, that's her gig. I just let her do it. That is where I let somebody take care of me. I know my limitations. It's okay. I love you. So we put our order out to the universe. We take care of the stuff that we have, and we just trust the process and let the universe bring to us whatever is in the highest and greatest good. 6, receive and acknowledge what you get or what you don't get. So say you are looking for a house and you find that perfect house and you go for a showing and maybe you put an offer in and the realtor calls you back the next day and said somebody put in an offer right before you and they just accepted it and signed the contract. And you're like, but I manifested it. It was perfect. We were this close. Trust that the universe said, that's not the house for you because maybe in a year, the roof needs replaced. There's a major leak. They find mold. You're going to lose, maybe, unfortunately, something like COVID happens. You lose your job. You wouldn't be able to afford it. You'd go into foreclosure. So trust the universe knows what it's doing. It knows more than we do. They see the big picture. We're right here. So from their vantage point, they see everything and we just see a little bit. So just, again, go into gratitude, say, thank you. We're ready for the next opportunity. 7, keep your vibe high. When something like that happens, that's going to be really hard. I know. And I'm not the most patient person in the world. That's one of my life lessons in this lifetime. And it's a slow burn. It's not easy for me to be patient. I will tell you that right now. But something you can do, sing, dance, play, like play with your kids, play with your dog, take them for a walk, get some exercise, go out into a metro park, or if you're so lucky that you live at the beach. Oh, I need a beach vacation. So, just go do something that makes your heart happy. If you're creative, paint. Indulge in some self-care. Get a mani-pedi, get that massage, get a facial, whatever it is that makes you happy, do that. Keep your vibration high, because again, the universe speaks the language of vibration. And when we keep our vibration high, the universe is going to send us more of that. And finally, 8, clear your resistance. Trust in divine timing. I know, like I said, I'm not the most patient person. I'm not. But divine timing, it's hard to remember sometimes, but we try. Divine timing is better than our own, right? Redirection is God's protection. Because if we get into fear or impatience or lack of any kind, like, when is this ever going to happen? And dude, we're human. I know. We just went through this last week. When's it going to be our turn? It will. There's a reason. Something's going on. We talk about those possibilities too. So if you need to find somebody, a trusted friend, your sister, a spiritual counselor, a licensed counselor, somebody, whoever it is, that you can talk and you can just vent your frustration, talk it out. Maybe you're having trouble getting clear on what it is you want. Talk to somebody. No shame in that, right? So then, all right, I'm doing all the things. How do I know if it's working? Because I'm not seeing anything with my 2 physical eyes here. Here's the proof. Feelings. You just know. You just know that something is coming, that something's happening. You have enhanced intuition along the same line. Signs like numbers. So say there's there's 4 numbers that keep showing up. You're like, what are these 4 numbers? And then your realtor says, hey, a house just came on the market, and those 4 numbers are the address. Pay attention to those sorts of things. You can write it down in a journal, because it might not make sense right now. When I give people mediumship readings, I say that all the time. It might not make sense now. Write it down, because it might make sense later. Or even if it's not for you, it could be for your sister, your mom, your kid, somebody else. Names. So, sorry, just kicked my stand. So you keep seeing names. Maybe you keep seeing a name on a billboard. You hear a name on the radio. A customer comes in and they're like, this is my name. And then you find out that that's the street name of the house that you're manifesting. So keep that in mind. Commercials, songs on the radio, especially if they're not current songs, or like I heard a song the other day on the radio. I have no idea what it means, but I heard a song on 3 different radio stations 3 times in a row, and it was from like the early 2000s. I'm going, what is that? What did I do? I made a note in my phone. It's like, this might make sense someday. Right now, I don't have a clue. So, or if it's not usual to the stations that you typically listen to. So if you're typically listening to a classical music station and a song from the 80s comes on, obviously that would be very unusual, right? So, just coincidences, synchronicities, those sorts of things coming up. If it's unlikely but meaningful coincidences and synchronicities, like meeting the right people at the right time, or being in the right place at the right time, or being prevented. Like, man, I could not just get my together today. I had to go back in the house and get my phone. I had to go back in the house and find my keys. I forgot my lunch bag, so I had to go back in and get that. And then you get on, I cannot tell you how many times this has literally happened to me. And then you get on the highway and you realize that if you had been 10 minutes sooner, you would have been in the accident that just occurred. That has happened to me more times than I can count. I've said it so many times. That was definitely divine timing. So, those sorts of things. Meaningful dreams. So lucid dreaming, where you just feel like it is so real, like you were literally in the dream, and you can feel things that you normally wouldn't feel. You can look down and see your hands, and there are your hands, or your clothing, or I had this dream the other night that I looked in the mirror and it was me. That doesn't always happen. So it's like, oh, I'm in the dream, and you're aware that you're dreaming. That's lucid dreaming, where you feel like it's really happening, or they're prophetic dreams, feelings of deja vu, those sorts of meaningful dreams. Journal, have a dream journal. Again, might not make sense now, but it'll make sense later. Obstacles, like I said, redirection is God's protection. I am so trademarking that. I need to work on that. And just like I said, it might not look exactly like you thought, but it's the right thing for you. It could even be that much better. The blue car didn't have the moonroof, but the red car does. Perfect. See? So some tools that can help you. I have my trusty crystals here. Okay, so my beautiful Labradorite that I love. This is a magical stone, as well as my Merlinite. Forgive me, I forget what it's actually also called. This was a gift from a very special friend who is no longer with us. He specifically picked out this beautiful stone, and I wasn't even looking for it. I was looking for a different stone, and he took my hand as I held it out, and he very purposefully placed it in my hand, and he said, "You need some magic in your life." And I do. I still do. So that meant a lot to me. So Merlinite. Clear quartz, obviously, the powerhouse. Just literally, it's clear. Clear quartz helps with anything. It is the power stone. Pyrite, I don't know if you can tell that it's shiny, but fool's gold as well. So, pyrite, I have a few of these hanging out. I could not find my regular amethyst. I have a sneaky suspicion a certain kitten took it. It's usually on my nightstand and it's not there. But this is chevron amethyst, so you can use regular amethyst. I just wanted you to see the purple. That's good for wisdom, spiritual enlightenment. Rose quartz, so if you're trying to manifest, this is a heart. This particular stone is polished. It's a palm stone. It's really beautiful. If you're trying to manifest a relationship or have a better relationship with somebody, a parent, a child, your coworkers, it can really, I wear rose quartz often too. This was a gift from Joy from the Crystal Den, so check her out. Citrine, nice yellow. This is point. But this is good for your personal power and financial freedom. Carnelian, it's kind of like that reddy orange, which is good for creativity and self-confidence. Any kind of obsidian, this is snowflake obsidian. So it's got that, looks like snowflakes. Looks like it was rolled around in snow. But this is about anything with change. So obviously manifestation is change. And it is also good for shielding against any kind of negativity. So it's like only for the highest and greatest good, I'm manifesting good stuff. So this will help protect you. And green aventurine. So wealth, good luck, opportunities. It's a nice green. Yeah, this is a large stone. I know it's a palm stone. But that's a beautiful, beautiful stone. I love it. So there are some stones and some crystals for you to help. You can make grids or use feng shui to kind of help bring in some of that good stuff. You can put, we need to do this. You can take river rocks and paint them gold like this, you know, just spray paint some gold and put them outside your door, stack them outside your door, your front door. And it'll invite wealth and abundance into your life. So some angels to work with. Ariel is the lioness of God. She's all about confidence in animals. So if you're manifesting anything around animals, she's your girl. Gabriel, God's messenger, creativity, the arts, communication. Good angel to work with there. Gabriel tends to be androgynous. So I feel more like 60-40 feminine, masculine, but either way, carnelian. Gabriel. Gabriel's usually green, but maybe you need to work with some carnelian and Gabriel. So anything with creativity, messages, children. Also, Metatron is good with kids. Archangel Raziel, he's the secret keeper. So if you're having trouble with manifesting, if you're not totally sure what you want to manifest, he's the guy because he keeps esoteric wisdom, and he sits at the throne of God, and God shares the secrets of the universe. So good, great angel to work with there. Shamuel, God's love relationship with yourself or with others. So that rose quartz is great with Shamuel. Michael, everyone knows how much I love Michael. Named my child after him. He's God's protector, so protection along the journey. Typically, he's blue with lapis lazuli. Hi, Deb. But you can do obsidian with Archangel Michael as well for that protection along your journey. Raphael is God's healer, so to heal any wounds or trauma that you might have with talking about those blocks, anything that's holding you back. Green, so the green adventuring would be good, or jade would work as well. If you're more on the Ascended Masters, or if you just want to add some more, because it's never a bad thing to have a lot of spiritual advice. Jesus, so literally anything, call on Jesus. Miracles, unconditional love, healing. He goes with Mary Magdalene. She's my girl. So if you're looking for relationships, especially like soulmate, twin flame, divine partnership, whatever you want to call it, they're your people to go to. Buddha, so you can end physical suffering and obtain enlightenment. So if you're having trouble getting clear, Buddha is your guy. Confucius is wisdom, faithfulness, trustworthiness, and generosity, because when our hands are open to give, they are open to receive. So if you're looking for some wisdom, or if you're trying to manifest a faithful relationship, or just, anything around generosity, Confucius. Lakshmi, she's a beautiful Hindu goddess of wealth and prosperity. I've been working very closely with her lately, and I just love her energy. She's with the lotus and everything, so she's great to work with. And then white and or green Tara. Tara has a few incarnations, so white and green, compassion, enlightenment, protection. Mother Mary and Archangel Metatron, anything with children. So your relationship with children, to have children, if you're working with children, if you're a teacher or a school psychologist or anything like that with kids, that's a good combo to work with. So you want to take a step back. What is it that you believe? And you can journal any of this anytime. What do you believe you're worth? What do you believe in general? And then what do you believe you're worth? Your self-confidence, not conceited. Because, we look at people and we're like, how the hell did they deserve any of the stuff that they have? They don't deserve that. What jerks? Hi, Jamie. So it's like, what are they doing when they are so obviously not, we don't deem them as worthy of having that abundance. They're not doing the right things with their money or, whatever, their power in some way. Because yes, they are conceited enough that they think that they are worthy of that power, that money, the house, the relationship, the job, whatever it is. They think they're worthy. That's what it boils down to. So we don't need to be conceited. That's not high vibe, because eventually they get knocked off their throne and it's not pretty. So have the self-confidence to help you manifest your deepest desires. If you're having trouble with that, that's where rose quartz, Shamuel, Michael, they can all help you raise your vibe. Louise Hay has some wonderful affirmations. Her book Mirror Work is beautiful. It's really difficult. I actually, confession time, have not got through every day of looking at myself in the mirror and truly valuing who I am. And I'm sure it shows a little bit. So if you're having trouble with self-confidence, look up Louise Hay's mirror work. So once we can identify and release those fears and anxieties, those blockages that we have to manifesting our abundance, anything that's holding us back, that's creating that barrier between us and our goals, then we can release it. Again, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy, but it can be done. If you need any help with Reiki, with chakras, contact me. We'll set up a consultation. Whatever you'd like to do. So like some of those self-limiting beliefs that we have, I don't deserve XYZ. I don't need. I have what I need. Okay, well, we're not talking about what you need. We're talking about what you want. That's wonderful. Yes, have gratitude for what you have. That there are people out there who need a home. There are people out there who need a job. Totally understand. That's not for you to do. They are the ones that have to do their work. We can send prayers to the universe for their higher selves to pick up if they so choose. Nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. That's high vibe stuff. But we're talking about us. What do we want? I don't believe. Like I said, what is it that you believe? When we get clear on that, then you can get rid of that self-limiting belief. Gosh, I can't charge that much for my services. I have a hard time with that one. And Tish is wonderful. Hi, Tim. Tish is wonderful at helping me through that as well. And then the prime example, and I am a poster child for, but what will people think? What will they think of me? Will they think I'm conceited? Will they think that I'm pompous? Will they think that I don't deserve? Shield yourself with a bubble of protection and let those things that other people, and thanks, Tim. So let those things that other people think or say about you just deflect right off of that bubble and bounce out back to the universe. Not back to them. That's rude. Even though they're not nice in, giving you that negative energy and throwing that at you. It's kind of like throwing rotten eggs. Put up a barrier and let it be. I see the barrier around me and then a circle of flames, violet, white, golden. I see all three actually. Surrounding that bubble, and those negative thoughts, wishes, whatever it is, bounce off of the bubble so it doesn't touch me. I am rubber and you are glue. Bounces off of me and into the flames to be transmuted by the divine into love, light, and blessings. And that's what I send back. I know, that's easier said than done. Don't worry, I'm human. I have sent out those nasty thoughts like, you don't deserve that. You didn't deserve that promotion. Yeah, I've been there. Been there. So just let it go. Let it go. Let it bounce off of your bubble. Recognize what you've said about somebody else. The Hawaiian prayer of, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, works wonders. And then go back to that secret ingredient of gratitude. So I'm going to leave you with two thoughts. And if you have questions, now's the time to ask them. Have faith to walk through those new doors of opportunity that the universe presents. We can manifest all we want. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. The universe is like, yes, great. Here you go. And we're like, I don't know if I want to step over the threshold. I don't know if I want to do that. So why did you tell us that you wanted it? If you're not going to walk through the door's not going to stay open forever. Eventually they're going to hear you, your vibration. They're going to feel that and they're going to say, okay, apparently this isn't what she wants, so they take it away. So if we're not going to have the courage to step through the door of opportunity, that window of opportunity, if we're afraid to take that chance, there's that fear blockage, then it's all for naught. So have the courage, Archangel Ariel, have the courage to walk through that door and rightfully claim what's yours. Second thing, nothing is impossible when you put your heart and your soul into it. Believe that you deserve. Believe that you can manifest. Trust me when I say there are things that you have manifested that you don't even know you've manifested. Like with my car. Did I consciously know in 2015 that I manifested this car? No. It took me probably another year or two to say, oh, I manifested. Oh, I manifested that experience. There were things that I manifested, that I started manifesting, and it took years to get. Like 3-4 years. So it doesn't necessarily happen overnight. Other things, this pain in the ass cat. As soon as I saw his picture that my friend had rescued him and some of his litter mates, and I said, please God, if we can give him the home that he deserves and we can take care of him and we can have him long term, let it be so. And we picked him up that evening. So some things are really quick. Other things take a little while longer. So trust the universe, trust the divine timing, trust that everything will work out for your highest and greatest good. The universe really does want us to be happy. The only thing that's blocking us is ourselves. Hope that made sense. So does anybody have any questions right now? Hi, Janelle. About manifesting, about any of the tools or angels or ascended masters that I talked about. If you want me to repeat those, you can always watch the replay if you want to look up those specific entities. Brandy, thank you so much, my honey, for linking some of the books. I'm starting to get heady. Maybe I need more coffee, right, Steve? It's been a week. Jamie asked, how would you manifest good health? Great question. So green stones, green in general. So I'm wearing green. I just felt very earthy. Green, lots of green. It is health. Archangel Raphael is green. He is the Archangel of health and wellness. Also, by telling the universe that you're ready, that you're worthy of good health. Eating your fruits and veggies, lean meats if you're not vegetarian, drink lots of water, do the exercise you're capable of. I'm not a runner. I never have been, and my knees would not be happy with me. But just getting out and walking, getting massages, going to the chiropractor, taking care of your body tells the universe, I honor my body. I am happy to be in this physical vessel in this lifetime. And I manifest perfect health. There are some guided meditations about manifesting perfect health. Let me do some research. I think I have one and I can't remember who does it. It's a Hay House author. I can almost guarantee you that one. But you can look those up as well. You can just Google perfect health meditations. You can light candles. White candles they're kind of like clear quartz. They're all inclusive, but green candles. So green is health and wellness. Check into your chakras, especially your solar plexus. So depending, if you're having digestive issues, check into your solar plexus. which is yellow. So you can kind of gauge the shade of yellow, the brightness, the vibrancy of that yellow. If it's heart or lungs, come into your heart chakra. If it's migraines, go into your third eye and your crown. Throat chakra for anything that's like swallowing or esophageal, female issues or lower digestion, sacral, root chakra work. Root chakra work is great for worthiness in general and connecting to Mother Earth. So by making sure that we're grounded, we're again honoring our physical bodies, and we can manifest good health that way. Check into your root chakra, and we see that with soil. So you can kind of gauge your soil. How is it? Is it dry and parched? Is it dusty? Or is it well moisturized, not overly soggy? Or is it overly soggy? Is it too moist and nothing's going to be able to grow in super dry or super moist? You want to have a nice balance. Fibromyalgia, a nerve disorder. Which chakra is that? So fibromyalgia is still a little bit of a medical mystery, because we're not totally sure. There's a belief system that it's all in your head, which I don't believe. I think any illness can be overcome by the simple belief that we are worthy of overcoming this illness. There's a lesson in it for you. So with fibromyalgia, it's very real. It's just inexplicable if you've not experienced it. So I would venture, do you feel it throughout your whole body, or are you carrying it in certain areas like your shoulders or your legs? Because then you can kind of tap in. I would start, as just a general practice, start with your solar plexus, which is your worthiness center. And then you can work into your heart chakra. Again, for worthiness, but also self-love and compassion, loving yourself. If it's like your lower extremities, I would definitely get into the root chakra. And get into your third eye and see a screen, like a movie screen, see it blank. And then all over stress sets it off. Yeah, depends on the day, migraines, legs, etc. Okay, so that's where, depending on when you're feeling it, if it's a migraine, get into that third eye, that crown. So get into your third eye, regardless of where it's happening. See a movie screen. And then ask your higher self, or ask your body to show you what is causing this. And see what comes up, and don't deny anything. If you see a dead tree, see what that means for you. But I would definitely, at that point, go into the root chakra and check your soil and see if there's anything that's poisoning it, or if it's just dry and parched and needs to be watered. If you see an animal or an insect, look up the spiritual meaning of those. Steve, hush about spiritual meaning of things. We're not going to talk about the Dairy Queen incidents from last month. But look up the spiritual meaning. Maybe it means something for you. Maybe there's a key word or a phrase in your search that's like, oh, that's what that is. So it's a little bit, it's very it's very individual. So especially if it's something like stress that can manifest in various ways, unfortunately, we can't completely eliminate stress from our lives. But if we can find the root cause of the stress and where it's manifesting, and we tap into ourselves, then see that blank screen and ask, what is this? You might be really surprised at the answer. Heather says, if you know the area that's blocked, how do you clear it? Good question. So if you know, for instance, that it is your solar plexus that's blocked, like, I just don't feel like I'm worthy. So there are different ways, and you do what's right for you. But one of my favorite ways is to place my hands over my solar plexus. You're welcome, Jamie. And just breathe into that center. So solar plexus, right about between your sternum and your belly button. Just kind of go in. Breathe in, take a couple deep breaths, and then see how vibrant is that yellow. Is it super sunny? Solar plexus is the sun. Is it super sunny? Is it cloudy? So is it overpowering in your, like my face, and you're gonna get, which is peeling. Because I don't tan. I burn and then I go back to white. Anyway, that's okay. So is it sunny? Is it gonna burn you? Or is it just a nice sunny day? Or is it really cloudy and it's dim? So when you see the block, one of my favorite things to do is to scoop and release. So energetically, go into the chakra, see the block. So say it's cloudy. Can you, with your breath, blow away the clouds? If it's like a little ball of something, like just a dense, dark ball, can you scoop it out and release it to the flames, to a bucket, to Mother Earth, to the divine, whatever it is? If you've got an angel or a spirit guide with you and they're holding like a basket, you can put it in there and let them take care of it. Whatever it is, be careful not to leave any voids. So if you do scoop and release, or if you blow those clouds away, make sure that that solar plexus has a nice yellow, safe hue, that it feels right to you, and fill it up with divine light and just breathe into it. If it's your throat, if you're having trouble communicating, speaking your truth, whatever it might be, go in. You could do a swallow test. You can physically take a beverage at a safe temperature. And it's green too. Well, it's aqua, but it's my favorite, Yeti. Take a swig and see if that's true for you. Did you have a hard time swallowing? Or did it go down smooth? If you had a hard time, or if you feel like there's a block in there, you can do the same thing. You can scoop and release. You can do breath work, just to kind of clear it. If it feels like it's, or maybe you need to oil it, like oil can, because it looks like it's rusty. Use your water or whatever, your tea, whatever it is, your drink of choice, and lubricate. And you can hum, you can sing, you can speak beautiful mantras, words of love. Just saying the word God or love, whatever it is for you, can clear the throat chakras. And then take a drink and see if it goes down any more smoothly. So those are some examples of the different ways that you can clear. Breath work, like I said, don't leave any voids. Make sure that you fill it back up with light, so that everything stays in alignment. Great questions. I like it when everybody's interactive. Thank you. And if you have any specific questions, if you don't want to put it in the chat, feel free to contact me. And I can give you any tips and tricks that I have. Or if you want to book a session, it's fine. Whatever assistance you need, I am happy to help. That's what I do. Steve, I'm afraid to read this. You're welcome, Heather. I'm afraid. To get proof of your manifesting abilities, a fun, yes, make it fun practice is to think of something small and meaningless that you have no resistance towards, like a rubber duck, and tell the universe that you want to see a rubber duck in some form. Then go about your day and see what happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. Nice, Steve. Yes, absolutely. See, he's got my back. So something that you can do is to practice your manifesting, especially if you're like, I've never consciously done this before, so I don't really know if I know what I'm doing. You can ask the universe for something simple like that. A rubber duck, a bird, and not one that you would see every day. A number. To hear it, I do this. I want to hear a certain song. Just to kind of practice, just to see what you get. Yeah, yeah, do it, Jamie. So just see if that is something so that you can practice recognizing signs from the universe, that you can kind of get the flow. I mean, you wouldn't, if you're interested in somebody and you don't know them, you wouldn't just walk up and start talking and saying, I'd really like to date you. So, how about that? You talk and kind of get communication flowing first, right? That's how you got me, right, sweetie? So, you got to get the conversation flowing. So yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Steve. As a rubber duck. Well, Jamie, maybe that's for you. Maybe there's something in that for you. So start there. And if you scroll through your Facebook feed later and you see a rubber duck, please post it on the page. I would love to see that. Oh, thank you, Steve. I love you. It's always a good time with my soul-spirational people. It's my soul tribe. They're so fun and so silly. But I mean, isn't that awesome? How awesome was that? That you can just practice, get that conversation going, see what you can do. You'll be amazed at what you can do once you start trying. And it's not like that conceited, oh, I have the power. It's more like, oh, I found the divine within me that has that power. See the difference? It just feels so much different because it's like you're manifesting it into your life because you already know. You know. You know that you are of the divine. You know that you deserve this. You know that the universe wants you to be happy. Go get it. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Which books did you link, dear?
Course in Miracles and Radley's.
Radley's. Okay, I'm going to grab, sorry for, Phineas left. Otherwise, he would be highly entertaining. Hang on a second. Radley, it's backwards. I'm sorry. Radley, this is the book, How to Be Your Own Genie. It's not bad. It's great. This is a really wonderful book. He also has, I should have grabbed it, the Compendium of Magical Things. So he talks about runes, crystals, cards, all kinds of stuff to help you as more tools. And then here's the Law of Attraction with Esther and Jerry, so that you know what you're looking for if you're at the library or if you're on Amazon or whatever it is that you're doing. You can get. I love how it has it. Oh, look, it's a tree. It's not a willow tree, but it's a tree. I don't have A Course in Miracles because I just cannot, for the life of me, get through. I've borrowed it from the library and it's like, oh, I just can't. I need to though. I really do. So there's a couple books for you. The visual aids. I absolutely recommend Radley. He writes in such an easy way. Like there's some prayers in here. Oops, I forgot my purpose. I think that's going to be my next live next week. Will be I have so many ideas that I could go live a couple times a week, but who's got time to listen to me yammer for hours on end? Releasing regret. Life is magic. Show me your diamond. Bradley. Daily magic reminders. I mean, it's so easy to read and to understand. So I love it. The law of attraction, I haven't got through it yet, but it's heady. It's very like, whew, up there. So fair warning. Good stuff, really, really good stuff. But sometimes I have to read it a few times to really comprehend it. And it's not something that I have to take it in small doses because I can't be up there that long without starting to cross my eyes. So, fair warning. It's good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. It's just heady. So they also have, for the teachings of Abraham with Esther and Jerry Hicks, they do, Jerry has since passed over into spirit, but Esther is still here in the physical world. And she does have some YouTube videos that are more recent. So there's some stuff from the 90s, and you'll be able to tell by her power suit, but also in her hair. But the information is still relevant and it's still good. So if you're more of an auditory person, these I'm sure also have auditory audiobooks. And I know for sure Radley's on social media. He's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. He has his own website. He's got Hay House stuff. So I love his energy. Like I said, he's a little fairy. And when he laughs, it's contagious. It's so fun. So if you're having problems getting to your heart space and finding something that makes you spontaneously smile, listen to Radley. His laugh is just so contagious. Thank you, dear. So, thank you all so much for joining tonight and listening to me ramble on about manifesting. Hopefully it made sense, but if you have questions and you want to contact me, Willow Tree Heals, Heals, Willow Tree Heals at gmail.com is probably better than messaging me here on Facebook, just because I'll see it sooner. So thank you all so much for watching. Happy manifesting. I hope that you all manifest your wildest dreams. Have a great night. Take care.